Deadpool and Wolverine is out in theaters right now, and it is smashing like every box office record for a rated R movie. The MCU feels a bit reinvigorated by it, and hopefully that continues. But this is going to be a spoiler-filled review. There's a lot of things in the movie that I couldn't talk about in the original video that I'm excited to discuss. One of the funniest things right off the bat was seeing Deadpool try to recruit the right Wolverine variant, going to different timelines and encountering all different kinds of Wolverines, including one that just might be comic book accurate height. And it reminded me of back in the day when I was very young and I heard people talking about Wolverine was cast in X-Men, and they cast a guy who was pretty tall, and it's all wrong, and I can't believe they're doing this. It was a very funny scene, but I also liked how Deadpool looked at the TVA, and they had their plans of how Deadpool was going to be incorporated into the MCU, and he was kind of like, I'm just going to go figure things out my way. And before long, Deadpool finds himself in the void with a version of Wolverine that has failed his world, but also wears a yellow and blue outfit, so he hasn't entirely failed. After a really cool fight, they encounter Chris Evans. And I'll be completely honest, this bait and switch 100% worked on me. It's probably my biggest laugh in the whole movie, because I thought to myself, okay, Captain America, that's interesting. I really didn't think that he would come back. I feel like he was pretty happy with the way things were. Oh my God, he's Johnny Storm. It really is one of those moments where you're like, man, that must have been such a great moment when they realized they could do that, when they came up with that idea and Chris Evans agreed to do it. The one thing I do wish we got, though, that we didn't get was like a joke from Deadpool where he says, is it just me, or does that guy really look like Captain America? Like, it can't just be me. The movie's filled with a lot of cameos like that, and some more extended cameos. In fact, probably things that I'm going to forget because there are so many. There's all different types of references to various comic book adaptations or versions of other characters that I'm not necessarily going to pick up on. But of course, the thing that they really did a good job at hiding, at least for me, because I didn't know about it, was how many Fox characters are actually going to be in this film. Namely, Elektra, played by Jennifer Gardner, Wesley Snipes as Blade, and hilariously, Channing Tatum as Gambit. And there's this great line where he says, I think I was born here, in reference to The Void, because his movie never came out. And now he gets to play this character with this absolutely absurd accent. But what I really liked about this is that some of these characters, especially Channing Tatum, who never got a movie, but specifically Jennifer Gardner as Elektra, never really got a great movie. And to have her given this nice farewell was really kind of beautiful in its own little way. But I have to talk about Wesley Snipes as Blade. I love Blade 1 and 2 so much. I still think they are phenomenal movies. They are so good, especially Blade 1. When he came through that door, look, it's fan service, okay? I get it. The movie doesn't have to earn this. I get it. You know, they're going back to something that we love and saying, hey, you want some more of it? It's not like they worked hard to achieve this moment. I don't care. I just don't. I'm a fan. Service me. That's what I always say. And man, did I feel serviced. And it was also a really good reminder for me that the way I've been approaching big movies like this lately has been paying off, because I did watch some of the trailers for this movie, but I stopped. I stopped after, I think, 2. And usually I don't even watch 1. Lately, I've just been skipping trailers entirely. Sometimes at the movies, I either arrive right at the end of the trailers, or I kind of just don't pay attention to them because I feel like we're getting wasted. We're seeing so many cool moments. We're not, you know, we're missing like the fun of discovery in a theater. And I love that I didn't know about any of this. I did unfortunately know that X-23, played by Dafne Keen, was in the film. I really would have liked to have not known that, but it was wonderful to see her again. And of course, after all of these years, we have finally now seen Hugh Jackman with the full Wolverine costume, including the mask, which unfortunately was also kind of spoiled for me because there's so many toys and there's a popcorn bucket and you're just kind of assuming you're going to see that at some point. But it was still pretty exciting to see him put it on right before an amazing action sequence that in my original review I said was reminiscent of Old Boy, extremely bloody and gory, and really just gave me everything I wanted. And I also mentioned in my original review that there was something that surprised me, and that was that Blade in this film says something along the lines of, there's only ever going to be one Blade. And I thought, that's actually kind of gutsy considering Marvel's struggles right now to get their new Blade movie off the ground, which does not star Wesley Snipes, at least that's what I think. I don't know anything anymore because Wesley Snipes showed up in this movie. But it just felt like, wow, you know, they put that out before they even shot the new one and had him just kind of announce that he's the only one. And I'll admit to getting somewhat misty-eyed during the credits, which features Green Day's song Good Riddance, set to a bunch of behind-the-scenes video of like every Fox superhero movie since X-Men and Blade, and feeling very kind of like that really was an era, you know, like we tend to sometimes think about some of the low points and reference them way too many times, but they really did pull off a considerable amount of great things. I mean, the X-Men movies are largely pretty damn good. So it was nice that this movie, as entertaining as it was also a very heartfelt farewell to a studio that brought us a lot of really good memories. I remember seeing X-Men 2 in theaters and thinking it was like the most amazing thing I had ever seen. You know, that was such an incredible time for superhero movies. The year before was Spider-Man, and it just felt like anything was possible all of a sudden. All of these amazing childhood dreams that I had had whenever I would read those comics were coming to life before me. And this really did feel like a nice little bow to a wonderful present that was a lot of really damn good superhero movies. So guys, what'd you think of Deadpool and Wolverine? I'm sure I forgot about some spoilery things. Oh, the villain, Patrick Stewart's twin. That's not her name. I liked her quite a bit, but I found her like so overpowered. Like I didn't even know how they were going to go up against her when she can just go like this and take your skin away. It felt like such like insurmountable odds, which I guess, you know, serves in the movie's favor. So guys, what'd you think of Deadpool and Wolverine? Let me know below. I hope you guys had fun with it. I hope that it brought you some good memories, or that at least you enjoyed some of the bloody carnage that was on display. I had a really good time with it. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. Thank you guys so much, as always, for watching. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.